Hi, my name's Simon and I live in a family sedan with my 2 border collies. There's one thing that I absolutely hate about living out the back of a sedan with 2 giant dogs inside of it, and it's that hot water is very, very scarce. Hey guys, it's Simon back again with another pile of misplaced concrete, and today, I just can't wait to, actually that's a very sarcastic way to look at that. That's way too early in the video. At this point in time, I'm actually genuinely excited to get into this one because I've watched this video once before, and I watched it while I was half asleep, lying in bed, and I thought, this is a really good video. I liked it a lot, unironically. I'm completely lucid, completely sober, you know, minus a couple beers, but you know, day drinking's fun. Let's just smash this one. So in case you've been living under a rock or completely just internet inept, sort of 60 plus, still have dial-up, sitting on the phone hearing, Jennelle Eliana has taken YouTube and, for that matter, the wider internet by storm in these last few weeks. She had a few hundred subs 4 weeks ago, 10,000 Instagram followers 4 weeks ago. Now she has 1.4 million subscribers and just about 19 million views on YouTube in total. Now, this isn't a grind sesh of multiple videos. This is 2 videos uploaded 4 weeks ago and then 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks between videos. So we're kind of due for a new one. Regardless of which, these 2 videos have just been... If you haven't heard of it, or it wasn't put in your recommendeds, there's a good chance you're probably watching something on YouTube that's very, very niche, because this was by far and wide in everybody's recommendeds. God, why couldn't I say the word recommended? Now, there's a few things people thought when it first started. Back when Sujin, a clip came out of her telling someone that she's gonna get them big.
We need to get you more subscribers.
We gotta get your subscriber numbers way up.
When that came out, everyone flipped their absolute lip because they were like,
see, YouTube is preferentially treating people.
And preferential was the word I should have used there, not preferably, whatever the hell that meant. People thought that once again, the criteria was filled and it was ready to have another person be boosted artificially. However, that is not the case. She 100% at this point is a natural growth. And if YouTube has had something to do with it, they've made it so easily just mix in with natural growth that nobody would pick it. She's created content that's easy to digest. She doesn't swear, so it's completely family friendly. There's no nudity, no sexual themes. There's a little bit of crude humor here and there, but it's brushed off and washed away very easily because it's very funny and it fits in with it. It's not out of place. Like, she's not sitting there going,
Hi, I drive in a van. Also, I shit on the floor and clean it up.
no, it's more like, hi, I drive a van and I'm very neat. She's also just, I don't want to suck her metaphorical dick too hard. Well, she deserves it, but it's, let's just get into it.
Hello, I'm Jennelle and I live in a van with my pet snake, Alfredo.
Snaghetti Alfredo.
1995 GMC Vendura Explorer.
You might want to hold back on the snake stuff there. You're already emasculating me by proving how much better at YouTube you are than me. The last thing I need to know is that your snake is longer than mine.
With some black felt over it, and it sticks right up.
For the start of the video, she goes through, she just talks about the little niche things that she has, and it's quite interesting to see how she's done it and how she's got this van livable.
Captain chairs and the sofa bed in an AutoZone parking lot with nothing but my sheer strength and a wrench. It only took me a week and a concussion later to finally get them out.
That's really good. That is a small price to pay. 1 week's worth of hard physical labor and a concussion. You know why concussions are great? It's because if you start talking a little bit silly because you can't quite get the words and the electronic signals to your mouth to make the words work properly. That poor girl got a concussion. That sucks. Also, I need to prove out, this is one of, from what I remember, many examples of her being a fantastic cinematographer.
Have my body goals for this summer. I'm trying to be thick.
I am impressed because everybody should have these body goals. Be thick like your boy. Actually, this isn't probably the best way. I'm still kind of thick. I've got these handles you guys can grab onto. Grab them. Come on, get on it. I have been so poor over the last few weeks. Your boy's unintentionally lost a little bit of stomach flabbiness and it's been pretty fun.
I just attached this carabiner to this leather strap. Have this rope that extends the hammock because this is a child-size hammock.
I think that's very good. And it's awesome that she has a hammock. I am 1 centimeter taller than 6 foot. I'm not that tall, but I can't sleep in a single bed without my feet dangling off the edge. These guys just sit there and dangle right off it. I can't even imagine that if I tried to fit into that, my body weight and stuff as well, I'd turn. I feel like I'd just sort of roll out because I'd be hanging off anyway. There'd be nothing to caress my head. I wouldn't get wrapped up in it. I'd probably just roll out, spin myself around, hang myself on the rope that's holding it up because it's a child-sized one. Because we've set it up the way she's got it, where it's blacked out over all the windows, there's a good chance that I'm just going to be wrapped up there, hung and rotting for the next 8 weeks while the government comes up and slaps the please move your car sign on my car, and then nobody actually finds out that I'm dead and gone until eventually they get pissed off and they try to pursue legal action for me leaving my car there, when in reality I'm just dying and slowly trying to grow plants in my car with my awesome bodily soil.
So for the first 4 months, I was sleeping in a hammock.
For the first 4 months, I'd be risking
Death.
I also 10 out of 10 recommend getting a hammock in the summer. So I fell asleep. We're just gonna pick up this tour where we left off.
This is another really good example of that cinematography. See how the first one she had the door leading to her, but now she's got a door leading to her and the other door leading to her. Uninteresting. Where's the light? In the middle, where she's standing. She's now popping off the background. So she's really got this down pat. She's got this video and it's very attracting to the eye. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch it. Not even for what she's saying, just for what you're seeing.
I just laid some plywood and then I laid...
I like a girl that knows how to lay. Lay wood, that is! Wait, that sounds just as dirty. Lay plywood, that is! You dirty-minded freaks. What do you think I am? Some sort of person that would be dirty-minded?
All I have in here is some...
Ooh, those bananas are about to grow legs and run off on their own.
I eat out 99% of the time.
That's something that always drives my mind a little bit crazy when I see this stuff. They say that they do this and that, and of course there's no background. Why would they go into the boring background? That kind of stuff sucks. Nobody wants to hear about it. But I wonder what, other than YouTube, obviously now, prior to making this, she wouldn't have had this income. I wonder what her income is to allow her to eat out all the time, because that is an expensive hobby. If you're going eating at restaurants or cafes, even just buying coffee, that kind of thing does work itself up pretty damn quickly. She explains that, yes, rent is not a factor when you're doing this sort of thing. Even if you have no rent, if you have no money, you can't live.
There is a piece of glass that is slightly lifted so that I was able to sneak that heating pad under there.
That's actually something that I was wondering from the get-go. As soon as I saw snake, my initial thought is cold-blooded animal, reptile. You've got to get heat pads or warmth or UV lights or something to heat these suckers up, because they get real cold real quick and die. And I'm actually very impressed to see that the care has been taken for the animal. I didn't expect that. I was just so used to seeing YouTubers buy exotic animals and just kind of letting them die because they're like,
Why can't I treat this like a dog?
why is my exotic fish that has never been exposed to our tap water dying?
Having Alfredo is such an interesting dynamic because I love him so much.
That's how you win girls over. You can have guys that treat girls like crap, but just remember, when she says she loves you so much, just respond with a little... They dig that, They'll pick you up, they'll grab you by your chin, they'll stroke you, and they'll turn around and go, I love you so much. And the only appropriate response, don't forget, is digging it. Touch them slightly if you can too, just all over their face. That's love tips with Simon.
He's literally incapable of loving me back, which is fine because that's like every boyfriend that I have ever had.
That's how I do it with the ladies too. I will often provide that first part. I've just got to work on my second game, because they'll say I love you and I'll go and then they'll go to kiss me. I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
Oh yeah, coffee.
Cut a hole through the bottom of the van and just let everything drain outside.
And there you go. You've got it. No toilets, no problem. Just take a grunt in the sink. You'll be fine.
No one is allowed to go number 2 inside the van. That is
I like a little bit of that vomit humor. I hate it when, I have to go and clean out my cat's litter box, go and take myself to the toilet and I see a skid mark on the... Nothing worse than after you've just taken a grunt in the sink and you look down and see a mad skiddy into the... You see, the uncultured part of this is you're just not ready to be a van traveler if you can't deal with smell. And you just got to let them know that don't come into the sink for a while. I'm busy. Better let it air out for a bit. Woo! That little curtain at the front's going to do some severe good and make sure that they've got the air purifier right in front of them. Can't go wrong there. And then just, use the toilet brush and clean it out and then watch it traipse behind you as you drive off.
And I always tell myself, even if you don't gotta go, you gotta go because you don't want to go later in your pink sparkly Nalgene bottle.
Or in my case, when I was 5 years old, you better go now so you don't go later, only to be swimming my way out of bed in the morning.
So this is how I open the window.
Not gonna lie, I kind of thought she was about to chuck her hands right in that cactus.
The key is not to touch the cactus.
We just had a brain link moment there, Jennelle. I don't know how we're gonna deal with this anymore. I think I feel a connection.
The only thing that I made in here so far is ramen.
I understand living small, low budget, ramen's good. $1.98 for a cup of ramen, you're gonna be doing good.
I have 3 100-watt solar panels on the roof.
This is not a sarcastic statement. That's gonna power your van for a long time.
And I have plenty of room to share.
I'm also single.
Let me show you my closet.
I could not live with my shirts being folded constantly. The only thing I fold regularly are my pants. And let me just fold this real quick. The reason I fold my pants is because they overlap and roll over a few times folded. Shirts, this shit, I don't know. It's so annoying. They don't ever fold the same way. They bulge out, they don't, they're stupid. I hate folding them. I buy stuff that I can hang. This can be hung, this can be hung, this can be hung, and this can be hung. That's the thing that I like to hang around with.
This up.
I don't have a kazoo, I've only got this guitar. Well, I have to say that overall with this kind of thing, it's made me realize that this has inspired an entirely new generation of people. I've never been a fan of tiny living or any sort of housing shows unless it introduces something new or strange technology into the whole mix of living. But this was easy to digest and surprisingly very wholesome content. And I understand completely why YouTube was like, yes! Unless they're afraid of snakes or vans, I don't think there's anything that's immensely terrifying other than, I don't know, living outside of a conventional house. Who am I kidding? I rent this room because I gotta go live back in my sedan with my 2 giant dogs. I'm Simon Bricksworth. Thank you all so much for tuning in again. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in. And I gotta go see a man about a demolition of a right car door.